All right, so Tae Koh, thanks very much for hopping on today. It's a pleasure to chat with the strongest mental in golf. So looking forward to it. Um,
Definitely not the strongest. Good.
well, one of the mentals for sure. So in terms of getting into YouTube golf, which I'm really obviously keen to explore, there's a tremendous amount of stuff to unpack in your playing career before you jumped into YouTube. Do you want to just kind of run us through what sort of golf looked like for you before getting into YouTube?
Hmm. I think it was probably similar to every like pro wannabe golfer. Wanted to be best in the world. Uh, yeah, I don't know why I thought I could be. But yeah, just grinding away at pro golf. Turned pro when I was pretty young, like 21, and didn't go to college or anything like that. Just played, amateur stuff until, I turned pro and then played on Aussie tour, bit of Korean tour, did a lot of Q schools, but ultimately probably was not good enough to make it into the big leagues. Hence why I'm here.
Yeah, well, I think that some of your amateur stuff was pretty unprecedented. I know that you were the second ever Kiwi to win the Australia Amateur,
Mm.
only after Michael Campbell, which is at the Grange in Adelaide, which is ironically now where they have obviously Live Adelaide. What are your kind of memories of that? Because I think you beat Curtis Strange in the final there, who's obviously gone on to play in the Masters and
Mm.
and give pro golf a bit of a nudge. What are your memories
Yeah,
of
yeah.
that?
Yeah, the Aussie Am was a little bit of a surprise. And I had really no expectations going into it. Like I knew I was pretty good, but it was like one of the first kind of big-ish events in Australia that I played. And like first round I played horrendous. It was so stinking hot. I think it got to like 45 degrees. Never played in that heat before. And then second round played really well. So it was two rounds and then you get into match play. Um, and then just found something in my swing and just kind of rolled with it and won all my matches. I think you said Curtis Strange. I think it's Curtis Luck that I beat.
Luck, sorry,
Yeah,
yeah,
Curtis Luck.
Curtis Strange is a little bit before that time.
Yeah, he's a bit older. I think he's an American dude,
Yeah, he
Curtis
is. He's
Strange.
like
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
like
yeah.
60. Yeah, yeah. He
Oh,
he won the US Open in like 1988 or something like that. So yeah.
yeah, yeah, a little bit before me. But like all those guys, like all the players that played in there, there was, the Ruffles and I think also like Lucas Herbert, who's now in Live as well. Um, like they were very good, but I didn't know, you just go in there, you just play. And match play is so on the day as well. It's not like a four rounder. So I think I got a little bit lucky there. But I guess I was pretty good and I wanted to I didn't get into the New Zealand squad before that. And I thought I was good enough to get into it. So it was a little bit of a, um, bit of a fuck you, I guess. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on
You
this,
definitely
but
are. So, no,
okay,
that's
perfect.
a bit of a chip on the shoulder heading over there, I can imagine.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely. And also, we're pretty fresh off a trip from the Nelson region, and I was going through what I could
Mhm.
find about Nelson Golf Club before heading over there, and I found a video from I think the 2014 New Zealand Amateur,
Mm.
which had a young Tae Koh dressed in some pink pants.
Oh, that's horrendous.
What are your memories about that New Zealand Amateur at Nelson Golf?
Yeah, I remember me wearing that and I thought I was the fucking man. But looking back at it, you always look back at your old fashion, you go, what are you doing? Uh, Always so cringe. But um, yeah, it was a good week, and I remember playing against Josh Munn, who was a gun back then. Um, and I respected his game. If you're watching this, Josh, probably not, but I respect your game. Back then, probably I haven't seen you in a while, but it was to win the Aussie Am and the New Zealand Am the same year, and I don't think anyone had done that, so it was quite cool to have a chance at doing that, but ultimately came second. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I was that good, to be honest. I don't remember, what I did with my swing and stuff. Now it's just fucking shit. But um, I don't remember that much apart from the pink pants. Um, yeah, pink pants. Course was really nice.
Yeah, it's
If anyone
definitely. I
gets
mean,
a
it's
chance, yeah,
yeah, good value for
yeah,
money down there. I think it's still
yeah.
like a $50 green fee, which is pretty.
Oh, nowadays that's a steal.
Yeah, for sure. And in terms of then turning pro, uh, one of the real highlights was that New Zealand PGA 2021 at Te Puke Golf Club.
Mm.
61 in the final round, taking down Ryan Fox and Josh Geary, so two sort of big pillars of New Zealand professional golf. What are your memories of that week? And must have felt good in that final round, just seeing the putter get hot.
Yeah. Uh, Also, didn't really expect much because and at that time I was fighting with Yip demons already. Um, but luckily wasn't too much like OBs or hazards and stuff like that. Typical New Zealand course where you can kind of, you know, go off to the side and you still have a shot over the trees onto the green. Which I mean I kind of I obviously played well, but like there were some lucky moments where I remember hold out on the fifth hole for an eagle from like 120 meters out, and then next hole my tee shot I yipped it. It should have went out, but it hit the tree, came back in, like things like that. And then obviously shooting that 61, like just holding putts from everywhere, two eagles. Like I think Josh Gary he had a three-shot lead, shot 7 under and lost. So
Wow, that doesn't happen too
I
often.
mean, yeah, that doesn't happen too often. Sorry, years, but um, yeah, just got hot. And I think I was probably pretty lucky playing in the penultimate group where I wasn't playing with like the big name like Foxy or stuff like that. So I was a bit more comfortable. And yeah, but a couple things I remember from that trip is me and Harry and Sam were together, accommodating together, and we played poker every night. And I lost every night, so that must have been a good. Maybe the poker gods were like, "Hey, you should probably quit and play golf." But and I also had a flat tire on the last round, so maybe I need flat tires more often. But those are the two things I remember apart from the winning.
Yeah, getting some luck on your side with the golf gods for sure.
Mm.
And in terms of then what life looked like for you in terms of after that 2021 season, what was it kind of like? Obviously, after COVID, it took a very long time for professional golf circuits to get back to normality. And then, like what you mentioned there about maybe struggling with the yips, which I'm kind of keen to explore because we explored that with Sam quite a lot when he was on our pod. But
Okay.
what did it then look like to then getting into kind of YouTube golf? Because I know when Quan came over for one of his visits, that kind of kickstarted it for you. But what was that progression like?
There was I mean, there was no real thought and I guess the progression was pretty rapid, I guess. But I'd always wanted to kind of just coach and kind of do more coaching content and stuff like that. But I did see, you know, 3 years ago it was still kind of early in the golf scene. I mean, there's Good and Rick Shields, obviously, and Grant and stuff like that. But like even 3 years ago, it was pretty not like unsaturated. Now you see golf videos everywhere, and very saturated. But like I'd always wanted to do just coaching, and then but I saw if you were, you know, I guess like a mini celebrity in the sense where like you know, they did it right with they were just no coaching stuff, just vlogs and becoming like a, I guess, mini celebrity on YouTube. Saw a lot more benefits than coaching. Where like coaching obviously is good money, but it's like 1 hour, 1 hour in, 1 hour out type deal. Whereas like, you see they got their own brand, they're getting sponsors from Callaway, etc. So I saw that opportunity and kind of just jumped on it. And very luckily enough, Quan had already got, kind of big and I got a good boost from that. So definitely fortunate for that timing. Yeah.
Definitely. And I think that part of the magic with your content is the way that the group like Sam and Toombs and Harry, how you'll kind of bounce off of each other, and there's
Mm.
obviously a lot of inside jokes and stuff. You talk about rooming with Sam and Harry back in the early days. Obviously, those are quite long lasting relationships. How was it then transitioning from the sort of playing alongside each other in the competitive sense to bringing them into the YouTube space?
Pretty just same, really. I mean, we're literally the same on course and off course. Um, yeah, and I've known those boys for a long, long time, so it was very easy. Like, it's literally obviously we put it on a little bit for like videos, maybe sometimes a bit too much. Um, but literally, if I see them tomorrow or today or whatever, we'll have the same kind of conversations, give each other shit. Like, I think that's why kind of people like it. It's just what normal, yeah, everyday kind of weekend warriors go out and they talk shit with their friends, and it's basically what we do. And yeah, that's why I guess it was just so easy to just transition from um, professional golf to YouTube golf and just having that banter with them because it was just normal.
And a lot of the one of the inside jokes is you talk about obviously the yips and yipping it. Is that like a legitimate thing for you? Because talking with Sam, he told us a story about when he was heading over to Korea tour, and I think like he had the really bad driver yips, and he snap hooked
Mm-mm.
6 2 irons out of bounds before pulling out of a Korean event. What did the yips look like for you? Is it mainly off the tee on the greens? What was it in terms of the end of your playing career that you found was tough with the yips?
Yeah, it's very much real. And for people that have it, I don't know if you have any of that type of chipping. Yeah. So basically, imagine that feeling, but just with your swing or full swing. Like I remember exactly when I got it. I was on the Korean tour, KPGA tour, and I don't know if you played golf in Korea, probably not, but it's very narrow compared to New Zealand courses. And if you go out, they're out. So like I remember I was playing really well, and then just randomly, I had two snap hooks, and then the third, like I had two snap hooks that were so bad I didn't even say provisional. Put the third one down, and there was a fair bit of people watching us, maybe like 20, 30 people. And right before I hit it, I'd never felt anything like it. It was just like a shock or a freeze, and the ball went so right. I guess because I didn't want to go left, so it went so right. It was still in play. I made like a 10 on that hole, and then from that day on, I'd I'd had it since that hole, and I've tried everything. I've tried closing my eyes, singing, doing math equations, everything, changing my swing. Like they give you a little bit of like I'm sure with the chipping, you've probably tried everything, um, but it's just you'll always. I feel like you just always have it, and you're just trying to manage it. And I guess one of the good things about YouTube golf is I don't really care, to be honest. Well, not many. You shouldn't really care about YouTube golf, although a lot of people kind of seem to do. Hence why they. Actually, I shouldn't say I don't care about YouTube golf. I don't care as much about my score. Um, and so that kind of just freed me up, and just I guess you can see sometimes we have the yips and sometimes we don't. And yeah, but yeah, got the demons, comes and goes. Don't know when it will come, but yeah, it's definitely there.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain to someone who's not played golf. Like,
Mm,
I think other sports, there have been instances of people getting the yips. Like, I know with cricket, there's been instances of people at release point for bowling. They can't actually physically release
mm,
it. But there's not that many sports. And yeah, like there's a guy at my golf club, Royal Wellington, who he putts left handed because he had the yip so bad putting right handed. So it
yeah.
is funny how obviously the mind plays tricks. Um, and in terms of those early videos with you guys um, filming around New Zealand, obviously New Zealand now we've got so many great golf courses. You've done some awesome stuff around Cape Kidnappers, Cody Cliffs, Tiarai,
Mhm,
and then
mhm.
some of the lesser known stuff. Like I think you guys have done like Pukekohe and things like that. What was it like, sort of going around New Zealand and filming at those golf courses?
Yeah, a lot of the courses we'd already played, through tournament golf and stuff. But the Cape Kidnappers, Carry Cliffs, the Jack's Points and all those obviously top courses. They were very accommodating for us to film, and it was yeah, like for our benefit, it's great because no one in the YouTube space has done those, so it was very beneficial for us, and also I think tourism and I'm sure we've done a little bit of benefited tourism in New Zealand and Australia or anywhere, which is kind of weird. Like people see our videos and they want to come and play, which is great. And um, yeah, I think it's just beneficial for everyone. New Zealand, the golf courses, for us. So you know, the only thing is just hard to get to, like Kauri Cliffs, Cape Canaveral, so the hike. But any chance we get to go there and play in the summer, um, yeah, it's great and they're very accommodating. So um, if people have a bucket list to play, you know, come to New Zealand and play those on, I highly recommend playing those ones.
It's great stuff. And I know that you've
Mm,
spoken in the past that I think Cody Cliffs is one of your personal favorites. What are kind of your
yeah.
favorite 2 or 3 courses in New Zealand?
If I think probably Carry is one or two. Obviously, Jack's Point. Everyone likes Jack's Point. But you got to get them on a good day. If you get if you get it on a windy, rainy day, it's probably the worst. 'Cause it's right on the coast. Um, but Carry, Jacks. Uh, what would the third one be? Hmm. I really liked Royal Wellington. It was nice, your home course. Um, but what else would there be? I don't know. Will pop in mind, but the hills are obviously cool, but super private now. Um, yeah, Arrowtown was kind of fun, quirky little course. Mm,
No, Arrowtown. And you guys filming in Arrowtown was so good because I think it was the first time someone had
yeah, it's
really
fun.
done a proper video there, which was cool to see.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. No, we had, you know, we had heard it was quite good, and the greens are fucking quick, like faster than some of the better courses. Um, but yeah, a lot of fun and yeah, I remember that video and a lot of well, actually the for people that know, Tomb's no good is from that video, so it holds a special part in my heart.
Yeah, such a good sound bite. That's yeah been used so many times. It's so good.
Overused. That's all right.
And in terms of then, obviously, kicking out of New Zealand, you've done some awesome Australian stuff, Sandbelt stuff. Some of your Peninsula Kings with videos have been really awesome. And then heading a little bit off the beaten track with Barnbougle and King Island as well. What was it
Mm,
like heading over to the Sandbelt and then comparing that against the pretty remote stuff with Barnbougle and then super remote with King Island?
mm. Sandbelt's obviously great. I would say um, it'd be one of the golf capitals of the world for sure, and anyone that has a chance to go there, play it. Um, like it will test you in many ways, that different ways than just parkland golf courses with trees and etc. You got to think about where to leave yourself, slopes, and it's a lot of fun. Like even for a guy that doesn't really like golf, like I like going playing the sandbelts. Um, Barnbougle was brutal for us. I mean, the courses were great, very accommodating too, but there's just nothing there, you know. So if you just love golf and kind of expensive food, go play there. Just pray that the wind and rain kind of stays away. But other than that, like Aussie's great. I think we might go there again next year. So um, yeah, love going back to Aussie.
That's great stuff. And
Mm,
sort of more recently heading over to the US.
mhm.
That video that you've done with Lydia, obviously one of the best vids out this year from a New Zealand point of view, getting some one-on-one time with her. Did you
Yeah.
know Lydia much growing up playing golf in the New Zealand
Mm.
professional and sort of amateur scene? And then how was it actually filming with her at Olympic Club?
Yeah, Lids is such a legend. She's such a good hang. And she's very, very humble. I'm sure you saw that in the video, and I'm sure everyone knows that. She's I didn't know her that well. I knew of her obviously, and she knew us as in like the like Sam's, Harry's and stuff. But we never really got to play together in tournaments and stuff like that because she was always probably like she was already winning like tournaments at like 14, pro tournaments at 14. Um, so she was always, overseas or now she got into the big leagues. But like randomly, I think I made the Korean barbecue mukbang, which for people that don't know was basically me or us cooking freaking meat on the golf cart with a stone. I don't know. Well, what do you call it? A gas stove.
Yeah, like a gas stove. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and she randomly messaged me and she's like, "Oh, me and my husband love your videos. Like, please keep making mukbang videos." And I was like, "What the fuck? Like, why are you watching this?" And then ultimately, down the road led to a video with her, and I think she's genuine. Her and her husband are genuine fans, which surprised me. But I guess it was quite inviting for her because they don't really watch pro golf and they'd rather just have watch something fun, and I guess us being from New Zealand and also Korean, they can relate. And yeah, and then that's how we just timing was right, and was an American and played together, and it was yeah. I didn't know, like I knew everyone in New Zealand and probably Australia would watch, but I didn't know how big the video would get. Like I think it's almost got 500,000 views, which in the grand scheme of things, if you like compare it to like Grants and Brian Bros and stuff like that, it's not a huge video. But like for me, that was a very, very proud moment. Um, getting, she's a dame. I think she's been. Is that what means knighted by?
yeah, the female
Yeah,
equivalent of a sir. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's crazy. She didn't even mention that or anything. So very, very humble. And it was a cool moment. Hope we do again. I think we will.
Definitely. And you can
Mm,
definitely make the argument, and a lot of people acknowledge she's New Zealand's best ever golfer in terms of
oh,
the catalog. Like,
mm,
and
100%.
yeah, just ludicrous. And like what you say, the humbleness and just the laid back attitude comes through in that video really well. And
Mm,
I think you also got to play Lake Merced while you were over there as well, which I
mhm,
think is actually a course where she's like an honorary member.
mhm.
What was it like heading to some of those, really top echelon courses over there near San Fran?
Yeah, Lake Merced is an absolute joke. It's so pristine, very private. It was very like San Francisco weather is so crazy though in the summer. Like it was middle of summer and it was freaking freezing. Um, which is so odd. If you drive like 30 miles north or wherever, it's like 100, it's like 40 degrees, but very odd. But that course was so sick. I wish it was just, a little bit nicer weather. It was so windy. But yeah, like those, well, I haven't played too much in California, but on that coastline, there's obviously those courses. There's Cal Club, I think. There's also TPC Harding Park. Not far from there is Pebble Beach. Like ton of nice courses. Yeah, so we definitely want to do a trip up kind of North California for sure in the future. Mm,
Unbelievable hub for golf.
mm,
And I think also on your travels not that long ago, you got to visit Lofton Links, which I know you said
mm,
is one of the coolest courses you've been to.
mm.
And for those not kind of aware, it's sort of right up in the northern part of Norway, I believe. But what was it
Very
like?
north.
Yeah, very very north, and it's kind of famous for, I think, in summertime you can play golf basically 24/7 because it's so light, and it's one of the courses you can see the northern lights. But what was it like heading up there? That's now one of the newest additions to the world top 100, which is increasingly difficult to get in with how many great courses
Hmm.
are being built every year. But what was it like seeing that firsthand?
I'll tell you, the travel up there is not fun. You gotta get on about 40 flights, but yeah, it's unreal. Like the colors that come out of that course is like it's literally like a Bob Ross painting. I think I said that in the video as well. Like it's pretty much playing golf and like yeah, like a painting. and the course itself isn't like perfectly manicured, which I think is you know that has character around there. Like it's
Mm.
not a perfectly manicured resort coursey type. The greens are a little bit slow, furry, but um, yeah, super fun. Um, like people are so inviting, very nice, and yeah, if you go in the summer, you can play pretty much 72 holes in one day. So very special place. I don't know if I'll ever go back again, but I guess if I do have a chance and Tacoma pays for all my flights, I might go back there again. But it's
Yeah.
so brutal to get there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of these courses now, kind of destination golf, where they're just so tough to get to. I mean, we talk about Cody Cliffs and Cape Kidnappers here in New Zealand,
Yeah.
but yeah, some of the stuff that's being built around the world, it's like there's not really much around except these golf courses. Which, like what you say, if you're there and you love golf and all you want to do is play golf, is great. But if you kind of want to tag on some of the non-golf stuff,
Yeah.
it's not always easy.
Yeah.
And it's been cool to see you obviously get to link up with some of the big US creators. You talked earlier about Grant and the Bryan brothers,
Mm.
which you guys have done plenty of vids with. What was it like sort of hanging with those guys? And did you realize how into the content they were and aware of the content they were before you started filming with those guys?
Yeah. So Brian Bros, I think, had always like, especially Wesley, had been kind of big fans of us, and we obviously know that Brian Bros, are one of the biggest creators in the golf, I guess, industry. Um, but no, they were so fun to play with, and they were so nice. They only got one video, and we got like a whole bunch, and they were just so accommodating to us play at their home course. Like I think George, he lives like an hour away from Selena, and he
Mm,
drove 3 days in a row to film with us. So,
wow.
and not many people know that. Like they see the characters on video that's edited, and they go, oh, like there was a lot of negativity and stuff like that, which is, I guess, which is good. Like any publicity is good publicity. So, but oh, so fun, and I think they want to come to New Zealand at some point next year, which would be great. Uh, we'll film with them again, I'm sure. And yeah, we definitely want to do a lot of more collabs with like, likes of Grant and Bob Does Sports and stuff like that. But I guess the timing just needs to be right.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, a lot more, I guess, collab content for yeah, a lot of content to come, I guess. Mm.
And I think that what was front and center in some of that content was your swing impressions, which have always been
Oh
kind of
yeah.
an undercurrent of a lot of your content, which is good. But even getting a shout out from Max Homer a couple of weeks ago on
Yeah.
Grant's channel, which was pretty cool to watch. When did you realize you could do swing impressions, and is it something that you practice, or it just comes naturally to you?
When did I? Yeah, it's pretty crazy how like Matt, like I had no idea. Like last, like what I said about Lydia watching my content, like I'd have no idea that you know, Max knew about me or any pros know about me. Um, that's a great thing with the social media, I guess, is you can be no one and just put out a special piece of content and people watch it. But like, when did I know I could do swing impersonations? I think I'd always kind of know. I watched swings when I was back amateur and pro, like every single day. I think I probably watched probably more than anyone of just Tiger, Rory, Adam Scott, and so I picked up on like these little things that they do, and also my dad is very good at impersonating, so I guess I kind of got that gene from him.
Mm,
Um, yeah, so I'd always kind of been able to do those and very, I guess I was quite, what's the word, observant.
mm.
And what was the other question? Sorry. Do I
Into
practice them?
Yeah, do you practice
I,
them when you're trying to
now I
master them
practice
down?
them.
Yeah.
Before I didn't really, but now I kind of have to. It's like obligated to. I'm actually like on Wednesday. I'm filming a Timu Rory, so I'm gonna swing like Rory and see what I can shoot. Um, I'm gonna milk it as much as possible. Gonna do probably Rory, Bryson, DJ, all of them, Morikawa. yeah, so it'll be some fun new series content coming. Um, but like the newer swings that I see, I kind of have to practice. Like a Ben Griffin,
Mm,
it's a very unique swing.
yeah,
But like if you give me like a day or two, I've got it. So I guess it's kind of fast learning. Yeah.
definitely. And in terms of actually making contact is one of the things, because if you take like a
Mm,
John Rahm swing or a
mm.
DJ swing, obviously kind of really unique moves, probably not moves that people would go out there and obviously teach to someone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's it like then trying to actually make contact? Because obviously DJ's got the massively closed face at the top, and then
Yeah.
Rahm's got the crazy short backswing. What's that kind of like?
I think contact comes second. You want to just make it like to get into like a position like DJ is like you got to do it triple the like if you think you've bowed your wrist, you got to triple it.
Yeah.
So like that's the hard part. But like I guess I've been kind of athletic enough to hit them. Obviously, it's not great, but um, yeah, like a John Rahm swing is so hard because it's so short and bowed. Uh, but I guess the more you kind of just practice and video yourself, you can kind of feel it. But yeah, it's a weird talent. It's a weird talent. Yeah.
And also the little idiosyncrasies before contact. Like I think your Spieth one,
Mm,
until I saw your impression of it, it's kind of like that he does that weird little trigger move with like his left shoulder,
sure. Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
obviously he's kind of got the chicken wing going through. Do you look at
Mm,
that stuff as well? I think Tommy Fleetwood as well. He kind of does this kind of little grip check
mm.
before he pulls the trigger, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Do
all
you
those
pay
things.
attention?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All those things matter. Like if you see great impersonations, oh, like I don't know, I get sent Michael Caine freaking impersonation every day. And if you see like Trump impersonators, the best ones got the smallest details down
Mm,
perfectly. Um, and so yeah, they definitely like add up and make the whole like the swing impersonation. So I think those are the most important. And then actually the biggest thing is rhythm. If you get someone's rhythm down, I think it's pretty easy, or you can at least see, a resemblance of their swing.
mm.
So yeah, rhythm and those little micro things that they do, definitely important.
That's great stuff. And one of your trademark ones is obviously Tommy Fleetwood, and
Mm,
he was red hot in the recent Ryder Cup. Did you get to watch much of the
mhm.
Ryder Cup? And
I
what were your
watched a
kind of
bit,
thoughts
yeah.
on it?
Yeah, I watched a bit. I was actually chatting on the group chat with guys. I was like, there was a reel about only 37 players had won overseas or in America or whatever. Um, but I was like, oh my God, maybe I don't care as much as them. Well, I definitely don't, I guess, because I'm Kiwi. But it just seemed like they were going to war or something. Someone was going to die. I was like, it's just golf. But I mean, it's cool. Like people care about it that much. Um, but I guess yeah, if the internationals were as good as the Europeans on the President's Cup, I'd probably care a bit much too. But um, internationals just get smashed every year. So
Yeah, it's always a tough watch.
yeah, it's kind of bad. But um, no, it was fun. I watched a bit, and obviously Europeans look like they wanted it more. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but they played better, I guess. Mm,
It certainly hold more parts, that's for sure.
mm, mm,
Yeah, no, it's great stuff. And in terms of moving forwards for the rest of the year and into next year, what have you got planned moving forwards? Many trips, or now that we're getting into a New Zealand summer, which
mm.
can be a bit unpredictable this time of year, you're looking to do some more stuff around the country, or what's the plan?
Yeah. So like I said, I was gonna try to do a new series with, all these new swings and maybe do like a cool video with 9 holes, 9 different swings thing. So that's another thing that I'm excited for. Um, More collabs, probably not, until next year,
Mm,
hopefully. Um, but I think I have we have some stuff that we want to film in Asia as well.
mm.
Um, and yeah, but like I mean, just same old stuff. We got a whole bunch of new like other content coming, like OK Championship I've already filmed in the US. We've got some cool merch stuff coming. So excited about that. And yeah, always thinking of ideas of what we want to film and stuff like that. But not too much until the next year, I think.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's good. It's good stuff. And
Mm.
just before I let you go, um, if you had three dream guests on your channel and three dream courses, what would they be?
Three dream guests. Have to be golfers or non-golfers?
That can be anyone.
Anyway. Hmm. I don't know. I think for vibes, Conor McGregor would be great. Vibes. Yeah. Three. Conor McGregor, Michael Caine, and Tommy Fleetwood.
It's a bit of diversity across the board there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they'll get 10 million views.
Yeah. And what
And then
about courses?
courses? Hmm. It's got to be Augusta.
Mm.
Uh, Augusta. I don't know. For to be weird, I could say like first course that I ever played on, but it's not there anymore. And
Was that Monaco or where was that?
no, well, Manukau was one of the first, but it
Yeah.
was it was a course called it was called a Papakura Army Camp, and it was like a beaten up little public course um, where I first started. And then I don't know. You pick one for me.
Oh mate, I'd love to see you boys go and play. Maybe Cypress Point would be fun near
Oh yeah,
Pebble.
that
Yeah,
obviously. Yeah,
the Walker Cup
that'd be
there looks pretty
sick.
unreal. Yeah,
Yeah, any of the courses over there near Pebble. Yeah, we definitely want to go there.
yeah.
Um, yeah, for sure.
No, it's so good. Well, mate. Look, I really appreciate you coming on, and
Hmm.
yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Your content's great, and it's been massive for New Zealand golf. I remember when I had Gary Lane, who's the owner of Wairaki, on a while ago. He said to me after we finished recording, just said he couldn't believe how many views all the videos of you guys going over there and how big it was for Wairaki. So that's just a
Wow.
glimpse into what it's doing for the courses themselves. So yeah, thanks again for your time, and best of luck for the rest of the year.
Cheers, Charlie. Appreciate that. And I think people don't know this, but we recorded one before, right? Like a year and a half ago, or was it two
Yeah,
years ago?
yeah, it was
Yeah.
about a year and a half ago. Yeah.
Yeah, and the audio got smashed. So it was yeah, probably quite sad for you,
Yeah,
but
it
we
was.
finally
It was
got
a
a
learning
second one.
curve in terms of the
Yeah,
audio processing, but these things happen. So,
these things happen while we've had plenty of audio and bloody SD card issues and stuff like that.
yeah,
So yeah, but no, I appreciate it, and yeah, do it in the future as well.
for sure. Thanks, man.